SmurDP video, and today I'm going to be showing off my entire X-Men Marvel Legends. I started collecting back in 2006, and my first Marvel Legends.
This guy, the unmasked Wolverine from Series 9 Apocalypse Wave, and once I got him I followed up with Sasquatch, and then I couldn't stop myself, and here we are 12 years later on still collecting X-Men Marvel Legends. And I happened to be, we went away for the day to Portsmouth, and I just happened to stumble across them in the game store, really. And the rest is history.
So today I've set up 69 individual Marvel Legends and 12 Build-A-Figure figures. So let's go around and have a look what I've got. So first up we have the 60s X-Men, or the original X-Men. So what I was trying to do was trying to get that 90s style kind of running into each other going. So we've got Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, the Build-A-Figure Juggernaut, which is absolutely awesome. I did have the Series 6 one as well, but this one was bigger and I felt it was better. I did try and get Magneto to float, but coasters aren't really working out very well. And then we've got Xavier in his hover chair, which was made by Luke. I believe he's on a new protoform. It works for me, it's still really nice. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this via eras, so to speak. So in this era, it's the 70s, so what better way to have these guys fighting the Brotherhood, the second evil Brotherhood of Mutants. And that's not good when figures the other side fall down. You know, Banshee there. I feel we need a new Banshee, but I like that one. Same with Pyro. Okay, and then I had Colossus and Wolverine against Sasquatch, the Build-A-Figure we got this year, and Puck, the Build-A-Figure, mainly because there was a couple of Alpha Flight versus X-Men in that 70s, early 80s era. And then next on we have Cyclops, and then we have Jean Grey in her Green Phoenix, although that was the Phoenix, and then we have Dark Phoenix there, that's from the 2-pack, which is pretty nice. Up here we don't have a Storm in her outfit that she wore, which is, I find a bit of a shame really. I don't know why that hasn't happened. And then we've got Mystique, the leader of the Brotherhood, about to take her legs out. Over here we have the Build-A-Figure Broad Queen. And then we have the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive box set Gladiator, which we'll get a new Gladiator, so I'm looking how they improve on this one. And then we have Viper, who she had a good couple of stories. She tried to kill Mariko, if I remember rightly, and that's how Rogue got fully initiated. And that's another thing. I would love to see a Rogue figure from the 80s so as well. Moving on, we've got a kind of 80s feels. We've got a little bit of a New Mutants X-Force. So we've got the Build-A-Figure Warlock, which came in last year. Then we've got Shatterstar. Oh. Then we've got the Epic Cable we got this year. Deadpool, because he was in quite a bit of the X-Force series. And then we've got Cannonball, and we really need a new one because this dude's legs are kind of falling underneath him. Now moving on, we have Dazzler, and she is a beautiful figure. I wish we had interchangeable feet, I guess, but that's all. This was the same sort of time that Forge came in. Then over here we've got a Build-A-Figure Mojo. We've got Spiral. And then we've got Longshot. And then we have Weapon X, which that story in the 80s was one of my favourite. I think it was the 80s, or maybe it was the early 90s. I could be completely wrong here. And then we have Deathstrike, who towards the end of the 80s was entwined with Logan and Spiral and Psylocke. No, Spiral gave Psylocke the new body, etc. Before I move around the table, I'm just going to show off Angel. And this is still one of my favourite figures. Okay, you can say the head sculpt's a bit naff compared to what we get now, but the wings in itself are absolutely beautiful. The only problem is sometimes the legs, because the wings are so top heavy, it doesn't really hold so well. But other than that, it's a big figure when they started coming out, etc. And you know, it was one of the first. The reason I did that was because we got Archangel here, so he basically got his wings amputated, and Apocalypse, yes, okay, that's Megatron from Beast Wars, gave Archangel these new wings, these silver wings, and named him Death in X Factor. And this figure was when Hasbro was probably first starting out, when they took over from Toy Biz, and I think he's a really nice figure, and the wings are really beautiful, and I was so happy to get him. There is a KO version of this, I believe, which goes really for a decent price is what I understand. So moving on to the 90s, so I'm going to start with Apocalypse. Now, there were two versions of the Build-A-Figure, one with the black and one with the blue, and I've kind of mixed him up. I've got kind of a bit of black and a bit of blue, but he's still a fantastic Build-A-Figure, and I'm still going to keep him regardless of what this new Build-A-Figure looks like. Now, underneath here, we've got Sabretooth and Wolverine getting smacked down by Omega Red. Jean Grey's ready to take on Apocalypse. Jubilee's doing some fireworks. Cyclops versus Sinister. That was a big thing in the 90s. Up here, we've got Series 4 Beast, and he is one of my favourite figures of all time. Rogue Gambit, 90s style. I still dig this Gambit, but you know, it'd be nice to get one that's perhaps a bit more solid, because his legs do sometimes, they're great for posing, but sometimes they just falafel. And here is Bishop. We're about to get a new Bishop, but I still really like this one. This one's, you know, he's mean, he's, that's what he was. And then I put in Sunfire, because in Age of Apocalypse, this is what he looked like. He was, I think, an Amazon exclusive. He's probably very hard to get now, but I got him in the 2010, I think, something like that. And then up here I've got Dakin, because I didn't know where to stick him, to be quite frank. And he's got a cool tattoo. Now moving on down here, we've got Namor. Okay, so I kind of moved them around. So we've got Big Time Letdown Iceman. Then we got Magic, which was a San Diego exclusive, and one of my favourite figures. And we've got Storm. She is a fantastic figure, although I worry that this is the fabric's going to get damaged. But once again, one of the hardest figures to probably get out there. And then we've got Uncanny X-Men, Cyclops. Pretty nice. Now this is my favourite Marvel Girl figure. I did have the other one, but I sold it in favour of keeping this one. You know, it's just fantastic detail. Got old man Logan down there. He's drunk. And then we've got Lorna and Alex. One thing that I wish that we got with Alex was another face, because at this time he was part of the Uncanny Avengers and he got half his face burnt off. Now that would have been really cool. But Hasbro, I don't know whether they read comics or they look into their characters before they make them. But that would have been nice. Up here we have Onslaught, the original Build-A-Figure, and I kept this because mainly he starts out kind of like this kind of bug kind of creature, and even with the new one was actually, did he evolve in this or was it the other way around? I can't remember, but either way, one evolves into the other, and I thought, hey, you might as well have both because they're both perfect. And this has fingers that move, etc. I don't want to do that too much. There we go. That's still pretty impressive, I find. Bit top heavy, but pretty impressive. There's the back, so you can really see how much detail they used to go into. Over here, I decided to give us the Red Skull treatment because of the Axis story, but I've got the head as well, which you interchange, and it's Magneto. But once again, this is a fantastic figure as well. You know, it's not a big Build-A-Figure, but it does what it needs to. Here is that Magneto head, just for those who may want to see it. It looks quite over stunning. Here are the Astonishing X-Men set. So we've got Beast versus Danger, Colossus trying to take out the Sentinel's leg, Keith Pryde trying to phase through, Emma Frost has been captured, and we've got a nice Sentinel. I love this Sentinel. I believe we're hopefully getting a new one this year, but I dig this one. This one is awesome. If I could buy more, I would. And I've got Zorn there because they know what to do with him, and Wolverine about to decapitate him. And we have Cyclops with Xavier's wheelchair, because pretty much this is when he said, hey, I've had enough of you. You're kind of messing up, etc. Okay, and down here we have X-Force, and it's kind of like a Messiah War
kind of crossover with Hope being a grown-up and not a, an 8-year-old, I guess. So Bishop's about to take her out. X-23's going for her, and the Warpath. Meanwhile, Cable's got his own issues as he's got Strife to contend with. And Domino's about to get lucky, I guess. And in here we have the Uncanny X-Force thing. So I kind of put Series 5 Apocalypse down here because his clone basically gets killed in the Series 5 Phantom X. And Archangel becomes the new Apocalypse. And this X-Force set the free Archangel, Wolverine, and Psylocke. Came out in San Diego 2012, I think it was, or 2013. I could be wrong. Then we've got a new Deadpool and a new Deathlock. And we have Nemesis at the back. Except my case on the top is broken, which I'm gutted about. But he's a fantastic figure. He's a hard figure to get. So trying to get just that little torso section would be very difficult right now. But as long as it stays on there, it looks okay, I'm happy with him. Okay, so all in all, this is my entire X-Men Marvel Legend collection. And I'd like to thank you for watching. Embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.
No place to hide. No place to run. No place to run. The mutant age has now